My biggest question with this match is about Germany and Belgium. Who turned whose flag sideways for their own flag? It's one of the two. I don't know which one. Somebody had that flag first. Somebody else just turned it sideways and used it for their own.
That's a good point.
I'll let you decide. That's a question.
I don't know which country had that flag first.
Okay, I guess the colors are in a little bit different order, but you get the idea.
Just a remix.
It's a remix, that's right.
Flag remix.
Yeah.
It's like Russia and France, flag remix.
Yeah, pretty much. Yep.
But nobody remixed the Stars and Stripes, though.
Well,
actually, that's not even true.
That's not, yeah, I was going to say, wow. Jeez, America,
I'm just lying.
America buy as much? Wow. Sad stuff.
Sad stuff indeed.
This school system. Well, here we go. Belgium on the defense, Germany on the attack, and we'll see if they can get a good start here on Hollywood. We're not too far from Hollywood ourselves right now, are we?
No, we're not.
Yeah.
But Germany here will be on the attack first. Well, Crank's back on the Genji, made some big Dragon Blade plays on that particular hero yesterday, and Internet Hulk will be playing at the, not the Sombra on this attack, but just the Lucio. And he's going to pick up that first kill.
Oh, big early pick on the bot. Actually, both Winstons falling here, so it's a Winston-less fight between the two teams. Cranks comes in and cuts down Spree. Meanwhile, Senpai popped out of his mech. A great start for Germany here on the attack on Hollywood, and it's looking like it's going to be a pretty quick point A take.
Just a methodical straight-up push. We didn't see a lot of it. Tricky tactics from Germany. They do like to just push in and try and win some of these duels.
Yeah.
And they manage it here against Belgium, and they're already shoving very far forward through Westworld.
Yeah, why not? I mean, when you've got the edge like that, oh, and Nesh gets two at the pulse bomb. When you've got the edge, why not push it? Takes a while to get that payload moving, especially if nobody's on it. But,
now it's gonna start rolling though, and they've created so much space on the map already. Fox nearly goes down, has 100% on his ultimate right now, so we'll be matching Vaneless for the Transcendence. Cranks there has the Dragon Blade, so big opportunity to make some plays here for the German side.
Yeah, the dive onto the high ground coming in for Germany, just trying to free up some space for them to push forward, and there really hasn't been much of a defense from Belgium just yet. Having a little bit of trouble getting situated. They're trying to come around the side now, you can see. Senpai coming over the top of the building. Now they're on the payload. Cranks though gets in the back lines with that Dragon Blade. A little bit of trouble. Transcendence comes in from AFOX just at the right moment. Keeps everybody alive, but that payload is moving. Now the dive comes in. Bruder goes down, and enough members of Belgium brought to low health that Germany can clean up the fight after fending off that initial engage.
And one thing Germany has been effective at is making sure that they get the most out of their ultimates. Sure, there have been individual mistakes, but in that instance, you can see them smoothly pushing the payload forward, chaining those support ultimates together back to back so they can win the fight. Brudor going to be coming back with a sound barrier of his own, but it's going to be tricky in order to stop this, particularly with Icefelt able to make a lot of room on the point now with that self-destruct.
Sure enough, the payload nearly there for point B. It's time now. Oh, AFOX gets the pick on the Vaneless. Good start for Belgium. Germany needing to be careful. Internet Hulk does go down too. So both supports for Germany out of the way. And they might not actually be able to finish this one out right now.
Well, Skipjack picks up the kills onto the enemy supports though, and onto Spree. So at least the finisher is there. Self-destruct, blasts people off the point, and will demech Senpai.
I said
that's going to be, you did say might not. It's going to be a quick point B. Still 5 minutes here in the studio phase of Hollywood. Plenty of time to make this work, and AFOX isolated and killed instantly by Skipjack as he tries to rejoin his team.
Yep. That's right. I mean, I can see why electricity would be pretty strong against Zenyatta.
Either that or just supercharge him, though. Who knows? You can nano boost him, and he's like arcing electricity and doing a ton of damage.
I would be okay with that.
If you got nano boosted on Zenyatta?
Yeah, I mean, it's been done. Pulse Bomb comes in, kill onto Skipjack, got a little bit cut. No, actually, that was a different Pulse Bomb. That was confusing.
AFOX does peek the corner onto Nesh, though. It was already going to be a situation where Germany would be pulling back, trying to respawn, regroup, as Logix does pick up the necessary kill. He's been historically very accurate with his Pulse Bombs.
Yeah.
As we've seen him play.
A couple ults coming up for Belgium now, so if they can kind of stay coordinated, they can defend for a little while longer. Germany going in with the Transcendence. Woo, and Cranks going in hard with the Dragon Blade as well. Couple kills for him, make it 3, and Germany steamrolling that push.
That was a bit awkward with the sound barrier on the opposite side of that fight. Hulk, who's been very consistently good with this sound barrier so far, maybe pulling that one out a little bit too late, but the initial approach strong as we see them coming in with the Transcendence and the Dragon Blade, and then right here, well, there were only 4 or 5 people dead, so.
You don't see Hulk doing that a whole lot.
No, he's very precise with that ultimate most of the time.
Yeah, well, uncharacteristic mistake there. Germany pushing ahead, but they may wish they will have had that Lucio ultimate available. Logix gets a couple kills with that Pulse Bomb. Talk about timing for that. Franks with a little bit of revenge here. Senpai not able to get back into the Diva suit. Germany still pushing ahead for the moment, but Spree may be able to gain a little bit of defensive space with that tack by Zaro, but he has to retreat.
Get much with it, actually.
Wow.
Cranks is still going to fall, so did pick up a kill at the very end.
Yep.
And that means Germany has to regroup on the backside. Only the Pulse Bomb available for them right now. Brudor will be coming up with the sound barrier for an extended hold. So 2 support ultimates going to be up here for Belgium. Should give them a lot of opportunities to defend on this point. So Germany are going to have to take this one a little bit easy right now. If they're lucky, maybe they can pull a Dragon Blade and get both support ultimates out.
Yeah. They know Nesh is in that corridor. They got to be careful here. Throws out the Pulse Bomb. Little bit of damage out of that, but not a whole lot. Belgium drops the sound barrier. Germany coming in with their own support ultimate. Cranks has that Dragon Blade up. Bout does go down. It is a problem, though. The respawns are close. Germany, though, has an advantage. All they need to do is keep handling these respawns efficiently, and they should be able to finish Hollywood. They're nearly there, 2 meters away.
And Internet Hulk actually has the sound barrier, uses it at the end, but nobody able to get onto the payload.
Oh, don't leave him hanging. There we go. All right, all right. Jack out eventually.
He didn't even pass it down, though. You have to pass the fist bump down. That's how it works in FPS games.
Yeah, well, apparently Germany's got some work to do in that category at least.
They've had a good communication otherwise, but maybe just over the comms and not in terms of their body language.
Well, you can tell someone that you want that fist bump. You're like, fist bump requested.
Nobody did that, apparently.
Guess not. Oh, well.
Well, Belgium going to have a long way to go here. 2:24 is the time in the bank for Team Germany, and Belgium a little bit scattered on their defensive play.
Yeah.
These role swaps that we've seen not showing a lot of effect thus far.
You know, Logix had a couple good moments in that round, but for the most part, too, Germany seemed pretty ready for what he was going to do. And you know, where you are a little bit on the one-dimensional side in Belgium's situation, that is a problem.
Well, you know, for this Belgian roster, there were several competing factors. They really didn't have a lot of time to prepare with their other players' commitments either.
Yeah.
Hearthstone is broken.
He must have been playing against Quest Rogue. I understand that. Yeah, we've all been there.
I was going to say Pirate Warrior, but
same effect, same thing. Your iPad ends up looking the same. Yeah. Well, here we go. Germany on the defense now. Belgium asked to attack. They've got quite a bit of work ahead of them. Germany setting a pretty good time, actually. 2:24 left on the clock.
It's going to be a pretty typical defense here. No Ana this time. They will be running the Zenyatta instead, but still a Soldier 76.
Yeah.
For Germany on the defense, and Spree mirroring that with a Soldier of his own. So a lot of poking should precede the fight here on the point.
Yep. Stars are up. Hollywood Stars, rather, as Belgium begins their attack. And we'll see what they can do.
Yeah, Cranks gets a good look at the team. They are going to chase him off because they still have long-range damage. So has to fall onto the low ground right now. Belgium, this is interesting. He's actually protecting the flank right now, so he can make sure they're not on the high ground of the cafe, and the Tracer isn't flanking. So he's trying to control Nesh, but he is there all by his lonesome.
Yeah, I mean, you've got the biotic field, but it's a bit of a risky place for Soldier to be. Belgium does manage to sneak around through the cafe, though, and they're on the point now. Icefeld does get the kill on the bot to start things off with. Senpai responds, but it looks like it's going to be mostly Germany holding this here, unless Logix can pull off a bit of a miracle. Germany's still with a pretty solid spot up on the cafe.
And they still have it desuited, actually. Finally, Senpai is going to lose his suit right now. Cranks gets Logix off the top, but he's going to die so low, and that pulse bomb might be enough. It's not.
Would have been so close. Transcendence coming in now for Vainless, though, and that should be the end of it. Yeah, Germany a little bit close there, but they managed to hold.
That was very close for them, especially with Cranks dying at the very end too, Logic's nearly carrying his team out of that scenario.
Well, that's where you really see the strength of Logic's, because his team at least opened up enough space for him that he kind of got a lot of free firing, got a lot of position on Germany, but it was almost enough. Not quite. Here comes a dive again. Germany up onto the cafe once more. Bond going down first again. Second fight in a row. A problem for Belgium.
Senpai gonna go ahead and use the self-destruct and still kills trading out right here. Avox wants to come in and help Senpai, and Spree Senpai needs to remech. Does actually get it in the end.
Yeah, Primal Rage for Skipjack right as he was about to go down, and Spree on the run. He's on the high ground there. If they can maybe poke out the rest of the remaining members of Germany, they can get some progress on the payload.
There's the Attack Visor right now, wants to get the punish. The Diva not there.
Right.
Spree gets one kill on the Internet Hulk. He's gonna drop down and try and finish off another one. Pushed into the corridor, and there's the sound barrier protecting Team Belgium.
All right, Logic's does kill off Icefeld. Looks like they should be able to eventually claim point A. There's still a few members of Germany around, though. But maybe not enough to seriously contest this. There's a Transcendence. While Vaneless really trying to buy time for the respawns to come back and just simply eat up more of the clock for Belgium, and it's being pretty effective at that. They're finally going to take point A, but Belgium down to 1:30 on the clock before they took that.
Yeah, now up to 4, but it did take quite a long time for Belgium to win those fights. However, the messy fights, trading out overtime, do favor the attackers. So Logic's here going to take a look at this replay as he just goes ahead and cleans up everybody with the help of his Winston and Bowd. So
yeah,
Logic's now going to have some time to push out on the map. Wants to come around the right-hand side and see if he can find any supports.
This was one of the maps where the payload takes a little bit longer to get going because you have to wait for those big doors. So you can be a bit more liberal in how aggressively you defend point A. But Germany not deciding to be too aggressive with it, just focusing on taking that high ground. Bot trying to knock people down now. Spree falls early to Skipjack.
Yeah, that's a big moment too, because they have Attack Visor to try and wipe this team. It is going to go down. Cranks using the Attack Visor right away.
Yeah.
Avox backs off back into the cafe right now.
And got to back away, and Germany buying themselves a bit of breathing room.
Yeah, they will. No more Attack Visor, however. Didn't do the most work, but still, it's all about that time. 1 minute lost off the clock now.
Well, they've got some good delay tools on the side of Germany. They've got that self-destruct now for Icefeld. They've got Internet Hulk's sound barrier. Bruto going down certainly helps too. Germany having a pretty easy time of it defensively so far.
Yeah, Bowd going to be the next to fall. So staggering Belgium pretty well. And this is going to be a problem here for Belgium. That initial pickoff led into another one. So we've got another 30 seconds lost as Senpai goes down very late to Icefeld.
I mean, with each fight you lose on this point two, you can see Germany able to push that defensive line forward a little bit. Now they're getting a better position on top of the building, and it just kind of gets worse for Belgium. But they got a lot of ults now.
Yeah, they do. And the best thing for Germany is that they didn't have to ult to win that last fight.
Yeah.
Picks are so important in Overwatch overall because they help you with your ult economy.
Yeah, Germany's going to wait out the Transcendence. They're going to pop theirs a little bit later here. Sound barrier used for Germany as well. They kind of layered their support ultimates a little bit there.
Still going to be okay, though, as they are going to nullify the damage from the Attack Visor by using the Primal Rage from the Winston. Skipjack gets back into the mix right now, and there's Cranks.
Okay.
He's gonna run into that Winston shield just a little bit, but that won't stop the cleanup.
Yep. Guess
in
what?
the end.
Soldier gets very excited when there's no Diva suit in front of him. He's got his ultimate available.
Yeah, even if
Stuff
there's
like this happens.
Even if there's a Winston bubble at the end, you know, it does fall relatively quickly. And combined with that Orb of Discord, you're getting pumping out damage over the point. Logic's actually goes down to Cranks, and that's going to be another delay here for Belgium, who has a short 1 minute left to go to make it all the way to the third point.
You don't see a ton of holds on Westworld, but I think we may be in for one here unless Belgium comes up with a pretty huge definitive attack win in the next few seconds.
Well, it's going to be super hard for them now, Doa, because the closer they get to that enemy spawn, the more difficult it is for them going to be to run back on a short timeline.
Logix takes out Vaneless. Good start. Avox falls. Bull Zenyatta's not living too long for either team. Germany is giving up some serious ground here.
Logix is just doing work right now. He's the reason why they've got these pushes going in the first place. Germany's still going to have plenty of time to defend on point B. So Belgium wins the fight, but they have not yet won the war.
Yeah, we're almost down to overtime too. Less than 30 seconds remaining for Belgium in their attack run here on point B. Germany has a good chance. They've got some ults coming up soon.
Belgium needs the picks. They need this pulse bomb from Logix to be huge. They need Spree to pick up the kills with this tactical visor. He's looking on the side, and that's going to be eaten by the Diva.
Absorbed by Icefelt. Great play for Germany, and they really needed Logix to put this team on his back and carry them, and it doesn't look like he'll be able to do it. Transcendence now for Germany as they try to finish this one off. Right here, right now, Spree with the tac visor ready to go. If he can maybe get some lucky kills with that, it'll help too. Support elements for both sides. Skipjack does pop Senpai out of the Diva suit though.
That might actually be enough. Germany looked like they were going to be able to hold. They got both of their support ults up at the end. The combination of the self-destruct and the primal rage, they're not going to be able to overcome this. So Skipjack again, skipping his way through on the monkey, beating everybody off the cart.
Yep, that's going to be a win on Hollywood for Germany. And it didn't look too tough for him, honestly.
No, it didn't. And all of their ults coming online at the end of that really helped them out. So
the timing was good. I mean, you lose that fight early on in that area, right? And then by the time it gets pushed around, you've got time to skirmish, get some damage done, get some healing done, and get those ultimates back for that last-ditch effort right before the point is over. And, you know, it's pretty par for the course for Westworld if you're going to hold there.
Yeah, absolutely is. So we are going to move to a controlled map next, and it will be the selection of Belgium. It's like they want to play on Lijiang Tower.
It's been the popular pick today. I think we had one match on Nepal.
Yeah,
for the most part, it's been Lijiang Tower. Yeah. You know, taking a look at a replay here from Cranks a little bit earlier. Had some pretty sick Dragon Blades all the way through. This wasn't necessarily one of them.
Maybe it wasn't the sickest Dragon Blade.
Maybe it wasn't quite the sickest
He zoned people back into the spawn point. The zoning Dragon Blade, if you're trying to push it back into the spawn and make sure you get the last few meters on the payload, certainly a viable tactic. Not the flashiest
He's
tactic,
no Cruz, we'll put it that way. There we go. So we are going to be moving on to Lijiang Tower for our next map here. Germany up one map over Belgium. We got a lot of maps to go through yet, Monte Cristo. 3 to be exact.
It's not too many.
Well, I mean, you know, in like, you know, a match, an esports match, 3 maps is a good amount.
It is. It's an appropriate amount. I like these 4 map sets.
I do too.
You get to see every kind of map type played. If you have a specialty as a team, you're going to have a shot at playing that map type at the very least.
Yeah.
But it has been a lot of 4 Overwatch today.
It has. We might be in for a full day of 4 Overwatch here.
We won't be tomorrow, though.
No, no. Tomorrow we're going to have some pretty tight matches. Getting set up for some pretty epic playoffs at the end of the day. Tomorrow, of course, we do have those 2 best-of-5 playoff matches to decide who goes to BlizzCon at the end of the day tomorrow. Yeah, and then we'll have all of our teams for BlizzCon later this year.
Yeah, it is worth noting, too, if Germany wins 2 more maps in this series, it will be a playoff between them and the UK for first place in the group. So we will have all of our playoff teams known, just not necessarily their order should Germany win.
Yeah, the top 2 are already decided for the other group, of course. That'll be Chinese Taipei and the USA. Gonna find out who joins the UK, maybe Germany today.
Indeed.
Sorry, that ended up rhyming a lot, didn't it? Wow.
It did. You're great at that, though. We know it's one of your most
intentional.
Your most powerful talents.
It just flows through me. What can I say?
Should have been a rapper.
That's right. I missed my calling. I listened to all that Coolio back in the day, and it didn't get me anything. Oh well.
I like to think of you as the Wisconsin Eminem.
I'm literally Coolio. It's very cold in Wisconsin sometimes. The winter, they can be quite chilly. Belgium. Well, how do you follow that up? Belgium versus Germany. It's just esports, guys. Belgium versus Germany. Lijiang Tower starting things off on Control Center. Germany in the red, of course. Belgium in the blue. Skipjack sneaking around as much as a giant space gorilla can. Nice hack from Cranks on that big health pack. When you've got the Sombra, that's what you want to do.
Vainless just dies to a right click as he peeks onto A-Fox, though, so problems already. You
don't want to do that.
For Team Germany.
You know, they've got the extra healing from the hacked health packs, though, so they can deal without a support for a little while.
All right, watch the Winston coming from behind. Skipjack is going to the big health pack right now, trying to control that area of the map. Set it up. He's going to leap right in.
Yep, and then he can always leap out and heal if he needs to. There we go.
All right, so the setup good for Germany. Very methodical in their approach to this particular map. EMP already available.
That was a really fast EMP for Cranks. He goes down right afterwards, and Belgium is like, EMP, we're analog. This doesn't bother us at all.
They are going to maybe take this point right now. Nesh still up though, did debank the Diva. Senpai gonna reciprocate onto Icefelt, and take a look at Senpai right now. You have been noticed.
Yeah, I guess so.
Finally, from the first person perspective.
Thanks everybody notice him.
Yeah, he does. In that fight, everybody trying to focus him.
That's right. Notice Senpai.
Well, Internet Hulk, you'll notice, is not playing the Sombra as he did yesterday.
Nope.
I think some difficulties. I was talking to him about that. He did seem a little bit uncomfortable on that pickup, so
Well,
they have moved it over to Cranks' hands.
Yeah, meanwhile, Germany manages to push Belgium off the point just long enough to flip it. See if they can hold it now. Belgium coming in with a pretty good amount of ults, but they're missing their Winstons, so probably going to have to wait a little bit for that.
Lots of ults up. Spree still on the Zarya, working towards the Graviton. So Belgium going to try and probably push up here on the high ground. They need to get an angle for this TAC visor, but they're going to get hit by that EMP immediately, and they are all bottled up in that corridor.
A lot of people getting EMP there. Not a lot of defense for Belgium. Germany with some easy pickings here. Pulse Bomb not getting any kills for Nesh, but it doesn't matter a whole lot. Germany has pretty firm control of the point for the moment.
Well, that Transcendence, the fight had already been lost for them. Unnecessary, and Nesh
Oh boy.
going to rock right up and find a Fox towards his spawn.
Gonna rock a Fox. What does the Fox say? Ouch. Ouch, I'm dead.
Nothing, they're dead.
That's right. Yeah. Belgium has a lot of ultimates to respond, though. I mean, this is their moment. This is kind of, you know, they've been playing it safe, playing it cool, and now after iFox comes back again, they can try to push.
Wow, this is some brutal spawn camping from Nesh right here. Logic's on the Soldier 76, so they will get the kill, but they've got a long way to go back to the spawn. aFox has just respawned himself. 5 ultimates for Belgium, though. Lots of combo possibilities here. A bigger bang with that self-destruct.
And Nesh will be back pretty soon, and he'll have the Pulse Bomb soon afterwards, so he'll be part of this fight. Germany coming in now. They've got that Transcendence. Bruder goes down early. Good start for Germany. Looks like they'll hold this one. Graviton Surge used.
Well, they tried for the bigger bang, though, and they got 1 kill onto Skipjack, but that was it. Too many deaths already. Logic's going to drop the TAC visor, but Nesh, a fadeaway kill onto the Zenyatta.
I didn't think that Pulse Bomb was going to get him, but apparently iFox just didn't know where it was and walked on top of it.
So with all of the ultimates, they're going to use to maybe take this point right now, but the EMP coming back is going to be enough for Germany to clean everybody off the point right now.
Yeah, Senpai going to be taken out a little bit quicker than the average Diva. They do want to get that OT bar ticking down. It looks like that's it. Germany will take round 1 here on Lijiang Tower.
Looked promising there, but notice how Germany was playing. One thing that they have done well is keep track of enemy ultimates, and they knew how many ults were available for Belgium. They played very aggressively as a result. They didn't want to allow them to get into position for any of those big combos, attacking early, attacking in the chokes and the corridors, and preempting them, using their own Transcendence, using that EMP. So aggressive play from Germany at the right times means that Belgium really never had a great opportunity to set up for their own big ult plays on the point.
True enough. Now that brings us to the night market. Germany looking to close out Lijiang Tower. A win on this round would do it. See if Belgium can tie things up. They did put up a little bit of a fight.
Yeah, a little bit, at the very least.
A little bit.
Cranks back on the Genji. Here he's probably looked the best on this time around at the Overwatch World Cup, and it won't be on that Sombra. Would be rare to see it on night market.
So Germany deciding they want to try to get on the point first and fight from there. Nesh going down early, though. Belgium managing to find a pick on that Tracer, so they can fight the 6v5 if they want to.
It's a nice teamwork from Baud, and Logic's there to follow him around the side to get the burst damage down for the kill. Senpai also manages to make his way into the back line to take out Vainless.
Meanwhile, Belgium comes in, a little bit of distraction caused by Baud, and Germany paying for it. But now, no, never mind, coming back, getting the kills they need to maybe take this point after the fight's over. This has been pretty back and forth. Now Belgium on there.
Wow, that's some big kills. The D-back as well.
Some large swings in that fight, but in the end, Belgium, the ones who take it for the moment.
Well, Vainless, though, he's going to pick off Logic's. Maybe a little bit of a later respawn. Germany not content, though, with taking this. They're going to force out the ultimate from the Soldier 76 and use the Dragon Blade in response.
Yeah, Transcendence keeping Cranks up in the face of that TAC visor, and Germany is going to dominate this fight pretty hard. And take the point right back again.
Yeah, quick and decisive from Germany.
Yeah.
Making the necessary shot calls and really only using the Trance and the Dragon Blade on that attack. So shut down the tactical visor. No support ultimate there available from Belgium to either provide the shields or the healing necessary to win the drawn-out engagement.
Belgium getting pretty close to a few ultimates as well, so they could play this first push a little bit cautiously. Skipjack, though, just going to try to zone. Germany dedicates a sound barrier to this defense as well. Belgium comes in with their own now, and they layer their support ultimates a little bit, so that may come back to haunt them. Icefeld still has that self-destruct to hold the point for a bit longer, too.
Vainless with a second Transcendence already. He's
Really
been
fast.
doing a lot of work getting that ultimate. Self-destruct tossed casually into the point, but not picking up any kills or even zoning very many members of Team Germany off.
Yeah, Belgium just kind of stalled the door. Oh, Icefeld gets two, though, with the self-destruct, and Nesh with the follow-up pulse bomb. Germany going to hold yet again. Cranks with the cleanup. Nice reflect on Fox at the end, and that is that.
Team kill for Germany. Internet Hulk still at 60% now. The support ult battle has been won pretty thoroughly by the German supports.
Well, I mean, Belgium kind of losing that fight on their own by using both at the same time. I mean, it's something we saw a lot from Team Israel a little bit earlier, too. And when you layer those support ultimates, you're at such a huge disadvantage.
Yeah, you absolutely are. You get virtually no value from doing that.
Yeah.
Crank's going to come in with the Dragon Blade. And
all right, that was optimistic. He's going to trade. Actually, Fox taking him out with the orbs while Cranks is flying in there for the kill. Meanwhile, it gets to be a bit of a brawl here. Icefeld having to fight with the Bunny Blaster, but Belgium, for the most part, zoned off the point for the moment.
Yeah, Skipjack still just clogging up the doorway right now. That's going to force the tactical visor out, but Primal Rage will be used to push them a little further backwards. Skipjack has to be careful, though. He's just getting time down, and the Transcendence comes out to make sure that that Lucio stays alive and that they will be able to hold in overtime. So Germany has to reset. They tried to use the Primal Rage just to delay as much as possible and see if they could win the map outright, but it wasn't to be.
Really exciting music suddenly.
Yeah, very dramatic music.
So, wow, Germany at 99%. Belgium with a chance to come back, though.
And as fast as it came, it went away.
I guess it's gone now.
All the tension has been sucked out of this moment.
Right, it was intense. Belgium drops the sound barriers. Germany comes in. They've got their own Lucio ult as well. Jumping on to Fox. He's going to go down. Both supports eliminated from Team Belgium, and Germany going to waltz back on and retake this point, and we're going to be into OT as soon as they manage to eliminate Senpai.
And of course, Bao coming in with the Primal Rage. It looks like all is pretty much lost, though. The point will flip over to Germany.
That'll do it.
The Monkey will be eliminated, and now it's all about the stragglers. Nobody can get onto the point.
Yep, Germany taking Lijiang Tower, jumping up to a 2-0 lead in this series.
Looking pretty dominant, too.
I would say so, yeah. I think it's kind of what we expected coming into this one, but